I'm gonna give y'all one of my biggest secrets, one of my biggest tips, one of my gems for creating sharp, detailed, professional lineups on a haircut. First, on the vertical bars, make sure you're pulling away towards the nose. Second, on the C cup, this is the big tip. Using the corner of the blade. I know it sounds simple. I know it sounds like duh, but really, duh. You have to use the corner because the corner is like a pencil. I call this pencil action. Watch me go to work with this. This is exactly what I do to achieve sharp lines without using enhancements. So if you have your trimmer set right, because that's the other part of the game, having your trimmers, your blades set to perfection for you and using the corner, stretching the skin, combing the hair down so hair doesn't overlap the lineup to stop it from looking crispy, right? All of those things matter when you're trying to get a crispy lineup. I know it's not rocket science, but it's a practice that you have to use. It's a system that you have to become fluent with in order to get consistently good lineups every time, right? So this is my system. The corner, I stretch the skin, I comb the hair, I set my blades accordingly for me because this is how I use mine because of the pressure points, right? And then on a beard, you want to go to the line and pull up. You see how I'm pulling up? That's because I don't want to make his beard slimmer than what it needs to be. If I push down on it, it'll take the line down. Keep taking the line down. Keep taking the line down. And then after a while, he don't have nothing but a pencil beard. Now, that's okay if that's what he wants. But if that's not the case, to be on the safe side, you always pull up and away. On vertical bars, on beards, on lineups, you pulling down. You see how I'm pulling away from his beard? Even on the back side, I'm pulling it towards the ear. Because if I push in towards the nose, it's gonna make his width become very slim. And that's not what we want. On the front of the lineup, I take my time. You see me coming down. I'm going towards the middle, but I'm working with the thickest part of the hair. Now, it's a little thin on the corners, and that's okay. We can fix that. We can create an illusion without using enhancement. You see, if you have your blade set right, you still get that sharp look. You see what I'm doing right here? The look is still sharp, right? The other part of the thing that you want to do is take your time with it. You got to take your time with it, right? And I work one side first, and then I go to the other side. But also, I like to use two hands on the trimmer at this point just to get a little bit more balance. Now, you don't have to, but sometimes I do just depending on what I got going on. And then you see me, I'm still refining and relining the vertical bar to make sure it's sharp. Now you can see everything is crispy right here, and just take your time and go back over your work kind of like a math problem. You want to go back over it and make sure everything is lining up the way that you want it to be. Touch up the mustache, step back, look at everything, use the mirror, make sure everything is lining up the way you want it to be. But that's the end of this tutorial. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. You know how we do it. Yep, yes, sir.